Hello everyone, today is a very exciting day because we finally got the full reveal of Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home. In case you missed my last video about this is an upcoming mobile title in the Harvest Moon series. Now, we had a lot of questions about it after that initial announcement, but now with this full reveal I have a lot of information and almost all of it is really good news. When I first saw the reveal for Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home, I was kind of like, wow, I can't believe they're showing more information about Harvest Moon The Winds of Anthos, and then I realized, oh no, this isn't Harvest Moon The Winds of Anthos, this is actually Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home. So yeah, it looks like this game uses like the same system, at least the same graphics system. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see how similar it actually ends up being to Harvest Moon The Winds of Anthos. Okay, let's dive right in, look at all the information that Natsume gave us, and of course I'm going to be interjecting my own thoughts as we go through. First, it says, Natsume today reveals new details and the first screenshots of Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home, coming to iOS and Android in August 2024. In Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home, it's time to head back to your roots and leave the city life for your childhood village of Alba, where the freshest fish and the tastiest veggies are grown and caught by the local farmers and anglers. However, with its population getting older and younger villagers leaving for the big city, Alba Village has seen better days. So, can you help turn it from a village on the decline to one of prosperity? With its beautiful surroundings, Alba definitely has the potential, but can you bring tourists and even new residents to this spawning green village? I'm going to interject my own thoughts right now, and the first thing I have to say is that even though graphically it looks a lot like Harvest Moon The Winds of Anthos, it seems like gameplay-wise it's not going to be very similar, because Harvest Moon The Winds of Anthos, it was more about being an open world and going to a whole bunch of different villages, whereas in Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home, it seems like it's going to be really focused on just Alba Village, so it'll go back to a more kind of traditional style of Harvest Moon game. And actually, gameplay-wise, it actually sounds a lot more like Harvest Moon Light of Hope than Harvest Moon The Winds of Anthos. So maybe this new game is going to be kind of a Light of Hope meets The Winds of Anthos, which honestly, to me, that sounds like a really cool game. So yeah, I'm really excited about this game so far. Moving along with the information from Natsume, Home Sweet Home is the biggest Harvest Moon game ever on mobile. Notice that on mobile there, tacked on at the end. I think when they're talking about The Winds of Anthos, they were saying it's the biggest Harvest Moon game ever. So now they're talking about this one, they're saying it's the biggest game ever on mobile. In addition, you can woo 4 different bachelors and 4 different bachelorettes and marry whomever your heart desires. So now in that sentence, we got some good news and some bad news. So the good news is that you can choose any marriage candidate regardless of if you are a male character or a female character. But then the bad news is that there's only 4 bachelors and 4 bachelorettes. So yeah, there's only a total of 8 marriage candidates in this game. Reunite with your childhood friend and other familiar faces to help put Alba on the map. Harvest crops, take care of animals, fish, mine, and more. Collect and gather happiness to grow the village and get new residents while competing and taking part in various contests and festivals. In Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home, players are tasked with going back home to where it all started to help their childhood village get back on track. This was a direct quote from the CEO of Natsume. Mobile gamers will love this robust new standalone farming experience where they can help their beloved village flourish with new tourists, new residents, new crops, and more, all without any in-app purchases. So that last announcement right there is really critical for, I know, a lot of you guys. That is that there's going to be no in-app purchases. So you don't have to worry about this being one of those mobile games that tries to suck all your money away. Nope, you just buy the game and you're going to have it, and you don't have to worry about paying anymore. And yeah, that is the end of the information portion of this video. Now we're going to move on to looking at the different screenshots and overanalyzing them. The first photo we have here, it just is the title, and then in the background we can see like a big shot of the game. In this photo we have Hugo saying, perhaps I should close down the restaurant for a while and overhaul the menu. This character, they're kind of giving marriage candidate vibes. They got a special outfit, and yeah, they kind of strike me as somebody who's going to be a marriage candidate. Now, me personally, I've never seen Hugo, so this seems like it's a new character. And this character, it looks like they run a restaurant. Here on the left, we can see the female character, and yeah, she looks a lot like the character from Harvest Moon, The Winds of Anthos. In this photo here, we can see a lot of the different animals that are going to be in the game. We can see a horse, some chickens, and a cow. So yeah, these are the animals that you see in almost all of the Harvest Moon games. So yeah, there's not really any surprises here. And again, it looks like most of these models, they're the same as the models in the Winds of Anthos. Now, here is the photo that makes me really excited. That is that we're seeing Braden. However, on the downside, it looks like they've changed Braden's look a little bit. In case you didn't know, Braden, he was a character in Harvest Moon 1 World, and in that game, he was my favorite bachelor. He's the one that I ended up marrying. But yeah, in this edition of Harvest Moon, it looks like he has lost all of his facial hair. He also looks a little bit younger, so yeah, I don't know if this is going to be in the same universe. I don't know, are all the Harvest Moon games set in the same universe? Maybe, maybe not. But either way, this Braden, he looks a little bit younger, but yeah, it could also just be because he doesn't have the facial hair. So he looks a little bit younger, but yeah, we can definitely see him in this photo right here. In Harvest Moon 1 World, he had a younger brother named Elijah, which ironically is also my name. So yeah, it looks like Braden is going to be in the game, and maybe also Elijah. This next photo here, we see the main character crossing a bridge. Yeah, I don't really see anything super special to be talking about here, so let's move right along. Now, in this photo, we can see the male main character on the left. Yeah, he looks exactly the same character-wise as the character in the Winds of Anthos. However, his outfit does look different. On the right here, we have Harriet, and Harriet saying, "Jumping jackfish, you're still here? Unlike you, we fishermen have things to do. Bye." Now, Harriet, she also seems to be a new character. At least I've never seen this character before, so she's new to me. As you can see, his outfit looks really different, and then in the background we can see a bit of the environment, and the environment looks mostly new. We've never seen this type of stuff before in a Harvest Moon game. I'm guessing that the whole town is going to kind of be like run down when you get there, and then as you slowly become friends with the villagers and you ship more items, it's probably going to get better and better. And these photos here, they all strike me as like the very, very beginning of the game. Here we can see a shot of the farm, and then you can just see a bunch of vegetables growing. Here we see a shot of fishing. It looks like he's standing in front of a pond and he's getting ready to fish. Here we see the female main character on the dock. This photo here makes me kind of curious. Is there going to be only one town in the game, or are there going to be multiple towns? If so, maybe this is just like the beach side part of it. But yeah, this part here, it looks like she's definitely by the ocean, so it looks kind of different from a lot of the other photos that we've seen thus far. So what are my final thoughts on Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home? Today's reveal was actually a lot better than I was anticipating. Sorry, I know I've been saying that a lot recently, both a lot with Harvest Moon, The Winds of Anthos, and then now again with this, but honestly, I just am really impressed with the things that they were saying. I feel like a lot of the things that at least me and most of my subscribers have been worried about, they basically come out today and said, hey, that's not what we're about. They said, number one, you know, we're going to have same gender relationships still in the game, and they said there's going to be no in-app purchases. So that's definitely good news and good news. Other than that, I know some people might be a little bit annoyed that a lot of the graphics are reused, but for me personally, I have no qualms with that at all. I actually really liked the graphics in the Winds of Anthos, so I'm really excited to have those same graphics, but then a completely new style of gameplay. Also, the fact that it's on mobile, I'm probably going to be playing it on my iPhone and then maybe an iPad because I'd like to see things more clearly. And you know, sometimes if you're just playing on a phone, it's a little bit hectic. So it should be compatible with both tablets and phones. Please let me know in the comments down below what are your guys' thoughts on this big reveal. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time.